Hi guys! So today's video is about my July favorites, which basically means that I will be showing you the products that I have been loving in the month of July. I will be just talking about every product very briefly as well, just giving my thoughts about them and explaining why I love them. So I hope you like this video and let's jump in. So my first product is something that I have already mentioned in my previous video when I was doing a makeup tutorial. And back then I had just got it recently and I hadn't tried it very much, but I did like it, and now I have basically used it the whole month. It's the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation, and I'm in the shade 52 Vanilla. I was wearing this mostly at the beginning of July because it is slightly a bit too light for me now when I have you can't probably tell, but I do have a slight tan on. But anyway, it is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. It is so silky smooth, it is very velvety, so the texture is amazing and very, very soft. It is very easily blendable. This foundation is very sheer, so it's not going to give you a full coverage effect. You can build it up to a medium coverage as well, but I would say that getting a full coverage with this is a bit difficult because of the sheer formula. But on like pimples and breakouts and stuff like that, I usually use a concealer anyway, which is a bit more sort of thick in consistency, so I don't mind. But yeah, other than that, it looks great on the skin and it makes it look really healthy and radiant, so it's just perfect. It's just such a nice sort of change for the summertime, because having a very full coverage foundation can be a bit too much on the skin. This is definitely something that I have been wearing loads. So moving swiftly on to my next favorite, which is also a foundation, by the way. But when I was wearing the Bourjois one a bit more at the beginning of July, then this I was wearing sort of from the mid part to the end, and I'm still kind of wearing it in August as well. And it is the EX1 Invisiwear Liquid Foundation. Even though I'm in the shade F100, which is the lightest shade that they have, it's still quite dark, so I couldn't wear it before because it would just look basically orange on me when I was a bit more fair. It's the foundation that I'm wearing on my face right now, and just to give you a quick review of what the product is like, it's creamy, it's very, very blendable, it has very good coverage, and it stays on the whole day as well. It kind of just gives the face a really nice sort of subtle glow as well, or at least I feel. This one is definitely not matte and it's definitely not dewy, and it's kind of like a satin type of finish, which I think is the most natural type of finish, and that's just usually what I tend to go for. So yeah, this one is definitely another favorite. So the next product is a face powder, but it is not a powder foundation, it is a setting powder, and it is also from Bourjois, and it is called the Healthy Balance Unifying Powder, and I'm in the shade 52 Vanilla again. This powder is definitely one of the silkiest, the smoothest, the sort of creamiest powders that I have ever used. And I think it's because it's just so finely milled that it has this super lightweight texture. I tend to use this as a sort of concealer setter the most, because as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I don't usually set my whole face with powder simply because I have a normal to more dry skin. In the summer it's more normal, but when it's not summer I tend to get a slightly dehydrated skin, so that's why I don't use powder, because I usually don't need it. With this one I definitely find that because it is so sort of finely milled, you can basically layer it as much as you want and it doesn't get cakey, or at least it doesn't get cakey on me, which is something that I absolutely love about this product. It is also the powder that I used today to set my concealer, and I was quite generous with it as well, I'm not gonna lie. But it doesn't, even if you looked close up, it doesn't look cakey and it just looks effortless. Since it is drugstore, it is very reasonably priced as well, and the coverage is amazing and it smells incredible. So if you're looking for a powder that doesn't break the bank and gets the job done amazingly, then check this one out. So the next product I'm going to show you is also from the drugstore, and it is the Catrice Camouflage Cream Concealer in the shade Ivory. This is such a great concealer. I tend to put it on my sort of breakouts or blemishes or anything like that that needs some more coverage if the foundation doesn't cover it up. Lately my skin has been acting up really, really badly, so I have loads of you know, blemishes and breakouts to cover up, and this little guy has been a lifesaver for me. And this is something that I usually grab or go for just because it covers all the imperfections up very well, and it just blends into the skin beautifully, and it doesn't go cakey or, you know, flaky or patchy or anything like that, which I also like. And because it's so creamy, a little goes a long way, so you don't have to put a ton of concealer on your blemishes to cover them up, and also that means that it's going to last you a long time, so it's a win-win. So the next product is actually, again, a drugstore product, and it is also from Catrice Cosmetics. So it is their Blush Artist Shading Palette in the shade Coral I Need. Basically what it is, it's this blush trio that has 2 shimmery shades and 1 matte shade. So with this palette you can pretty much mix and match as you prefer, or you can just use the shades on their own, and they just leave the most beautiful blushing pink type of glow on the cheeks, which I think is very beautiful and flattering in the summers. So if you haven't checked these out, definitely go check them out, because you get a lot of product, you get 3 blushes basically, and they are very, very affordable. So what's not to like? So the next product probably doesn't need a lot of introduction, especially if you are a makeup junkie. It's the Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop by BECCA and Jaclyn Hill. It is the highlighter that Jaclyn Hill, the famous YouTuber, created in collaboration with BECCA Cosmetics. This one was really hard to get my hands on because when I wanted to get it initially, it was a limited edition product and it had been sold out everywhere, so you couldn't get your hands on it. But now they have made it permanent, and one of the reasons why this highlighter is so popular and basically sold out all the time is because it is so beautiful on so many different skin tones. It is the beautiful combination of a golden, peachy, champagne type of color, and it just gives the most beautiful glow. It's also the highlighter that I'm wearing right now. It is a very, very pigmented product. I don't like to wear like a crap ton of highlighter, so that's why I prefer to wear it just lightly dusted over my cheekbones and the bridge of the nose and Cupid's bow, and just a tad on the chin as well. And that pretty much does it for me, and I tend to usually blend it out even further. So yeah, Champagne Pop has definitely been the highlighter of the month for me. We are almost done, just 2 products left. The next one I'm going to show you is actually a pair of lashes that I have been wearing the most in July, and it is from Huda Beauty, and it's the Samantha No. 7 lashes. They are just absolutely the most beautiful, fluttery, wispy type of lashes. Why I have been reaching for them the most is because they just give something extra to the eyes without looking too much. Now, I have already mentioned it in one of my previous videos that I am into false lashes big time. So false lashes are definitely a must for me, but depending on my mood, I just love to switch up the styles of the lashes every now and again. They are perfect for my eyes because I have slightly hooded eyes, and if I wear something that is too dense, it can kind of close my eye off rather than make it bigger, or, you know, giving the sort of effect that I look for. So that's why I think that these lashes are also incredible. So we're down to the last one. This product was also mentioned in my previous video, which was my favorite liquid lipsticks, and I just gave a in-depth review about my top 5 liquid lipsticks. So if you haven't seen that one, make sure to check it out. I will link it down below in the description box. Basically, the last product that I will talk about today is the Gerard Cosmetics Hydra Matte liquid lipstick in the shade Serenity. It's also the one that I'm wearing right now. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this because I already talked about it in detail in my previous video, but the reason why I have been reaching for this particular liquid lipstick the most in July is because the color is absolutely stunning. It goes with almost every makeup look, and it is just such a comfortable liquid lipstick to wear, in my opinion. So yeah, this one definitely gets an A+ from me. So that's it, guys. These were the products that I have been absolutely loving in the month of July, and as always, all of the information about the products will be listed in the description box down below. I'm sorry if the lighting in this video is a bit uneven or kind of dark again, because I still don't have proper lighting, but I'm working on it, so it's a work in progress, and hopefully one day we'll get there. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video then don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and as always, subscribe to my channel if you want to hang out with me in the future as well. I'm going to shut up now and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!